and gentlemen, and welcome to another Ray White auction. I'll be your auctioneer. My name is Courtney Matthews, assisting me a number of our staff members, including listing agents as well. Jay and Zach, Rabbit's here as well. Michelle, who's about to move 2 metres to her left in case that car comes in further down the road. They're here to help you with any questions you may have in regard to the contract in section 32 that's been on display for the last half an hour, and indeed throughout most of the campaign. We're also here to help you with your bids. So if you'd like one of our staff members to call out some bids on your behalf, then just raise your hand and give a subtle suggestion. They're going to work their way through the crowd as well, so if you need a hand, they'll be there. The format for today's auction is fairly simple. I'm going to read through the key terms in the contract that I need to make mention of, talk through the rules for today's auction, talk a bit about the home and the opportunity that's behind me here today, and then from that point forward I'll open up and I'll call for your competitive bidding. The property we are selling is known in the contract as Lot 17 on lot plan 110993, certificate of title volume 09091, folio 450, but in plain English and known to you and I as 24 Lascelle Drive here in Vermont South. Today's sale does include all the fixtures and fittings, so everything that is stuck is staying with the property. They form part of the contract here today. Settlement terms, ladies and gentlemen, are very flexible. 30, 60, 90, 120 days, complete flexibility around those dates if you like. If you have any other settlement in mind before you bid today, then please raise your hand so that Jay can confirm if we can accept those terms or not. But 30, 60, 90, 120 I think is fairly flexible in itself. 10% deposit is required, however you can pay $20,000 of that via bank transfer here today, and the balance of that 10% on Monday, or simply a cheque for 10% today, which we'll bank on Monday as well, will be acceptable. The auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that were made available before the start of today's auction. The auction rules prohibited auctioneers from accepting bids or offers for the property after the property has been knocked down to the successful bidder. The vendors do have a reserve price, and as the auctioneer will indicate bidders on request, and the law prohibits false bids, major disruptions by bidders and bidders, preventing others from bidding, and provides fines for such conduct. The rules today do permit vendor bids. The words during the auction are used to make a bid on behalf of the vendor are vendor bid, and by law, only I, as the auctioneer, can make a vendor bid. Pretty straightforward with the rules and the terms of the contract. Again though, if you have any questions, raise your hand now. The property, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you briefly about a much-loved home for many, many years. A fantastic location, lots of things to talk about. 837 square metres of approximate land to work with as well. So obviously, you've got a large allotment, ideal for a dream home at some point. Otherwise, work with the home itself and renovate, use the bones of the home. You might extend, renovate, change the floor plan of this beautiful split-level home. In its day, would have been a prime residence in its day. Split-level, large, welcoming backyard, beautiful orientation with that backyard as well, that sort of north-facing backyard and western side as well, so fantastic orientation. Many a family function would have been had here over the years. Double lock-up garage, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms obviously as well, extra living spaces and zones. Ducted heating and evaporative cooling, so if you're choosing to live in the property for a while as you renovate, or if you're going to rent it out until such time as you build that dream home, then you'll get decent rental returns because you've got your heating, cooling, you've got a number of bedrooms and bathrooms, and of course in a fantastic location. Let's make way in that driveway there a moment. Location, excellent as well. You're only minutes away from 2 major shopping precincts. You've got Vermont, and then you've got the Glen Shopping Centre. Further along, you've got Mount Waverley, and 10 to 15 minutes from here, you've got Chadston Shopping Centre as well. Highvale Secondary College zoned as well, and primary school, you've got Camelot Rise just around the corner, so primary and secondary well taken care of with notable primary and secondary schools. So you've got location, you've got a great block of land, you've got a home that's rentable, livable, and able to renovate pretty easily as well, I'd assume. But it's in your hands, buyers, in a moment or so to be able to secure it, come in and sign contracts with us. If there ever was a time to buy in this area, it's probably now. Probably the best possible opportunity given the market's favours buyers and hasn't for many years. So I implore you to raise your hand and call out your bid nice and loud. Finally, how I sell the property here today, I call it 3 times. First call, second call, third and final call, and when the hammer hits the contract like so, the property is sold. I cannot take a bid or offer after that takes place, so make sure you've raised your hand, called out your bid, and made it yours. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am open now to welcoming opening bids, 24 Lascelle Drive, Vermont South, in your hands for a fair and reasonable start. Start me where you like, and I'll be guided by you. $1 million. Welcome along and good luck with your bidding here today. At $1 million, we move along with $50,000 rise. I'll take from there. At $1 million on my right hand side is where we start. $1.50 million from there is where we start. $1 million now on my right hand side. $1.50 million from there. At $1 million now. 1050 puts you back in. At $1 million now on my right hand side, calling for a $50,000 rise. You can raise your hand or call it out nice and loud if you like. $1.50 million is where we go from here. First time in the call now at $1 million on my right. Second call at $1 million on my right hand side. Third and final call, all finished and done at $1 million. $1.50 million? I won't take your five just yet, I'll park you there for a moment, but $1.50 million is where we need to go from here. At $1.50 million is where we need to be. Place your bid or offer at this point in time, otherwise I'll have to place a bid or bid at $1.50 million is what I'm looking for. Need to raise your hand, put yourself in front. At $1 million still on my right hand side, otherwise I'll have to place those vendor bids, but I'd rather that you guys bid instead of me. No good me bidding or you bidding against me. $1 million here still. Give you a moment to place that rise or bid, put yourself in front. Otherwise the only option is we negotiate with all parties. Place it in, place a vendor bid, pass in, we negotiate with all parties here today, and we lose the transparency unfortunately, so it's in your hands bidders, you need to bid to buy. First call again, second call, third, final call, all finished and done. Ladies and gentlemen, bear with me as I have a chat with the owner, but I could probably assume I'm going to give you a few moments or so to decide what you want to do next. But the normal format for this situation, I'll probably end up placing a vendor bid, we'll pass it in, we'll negotiate with those parties that are here today. It will lose the transparency, you won't know what other people have offered. So have a think about your bidding options before I come back out, and I'll see you in a moment or so. Thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. I open it up to you again at this point in time to place your bid or offer if you'd like. Otherwise, I've got my instructions, and I can tell you it's probably easier for you to buy it in this format than it is if we pass it to the $1 million is still call for a rise of $50,000 to give yourself the opportunity now. You'll need to raise your hand and place that bid from here. Otherwise, you leave it up to me, and I should place the bid or bid. First time in the call. Second call, third and final call. There we go behind me there, I thought so as well. At 1.1, a good solid bid, probably a $50,000 rise. We'll take it back to 1,150 if you like. Now behind you here, just you would take a little bit of time before we throw that first bid out, but at 1,100,000, off and running back here. 1,150 if you like. Anywhere at all. Otherwise we may work with you, sir, and ma'am at the back there. At 1.1 the bid. At 1,100,000 now, I'll call 3 times again. First time in the call now, 1.1. Second call, at 1.1. Third and final call, 135. 1.15 at 1,150 now. 1,150 now, back at you. I don't know you've come to buy it, my guess. At 1,150. At 1,150,000 there, and one behind you on the right hand side at 1,150 is the bid here. At 1,150,000 now, looking for that rise, take it to 1.2. 1,160 is the bid, I'll take the 1.2. Strong bid, that's the way to buy. At 1.2 is the bid. At 1.2 is the bid here. At 1,200,000. 220. 220 now. 250. 250 the bid. At 1,250 the bid here. Against both parties here and here as well at 1,250,000 the bid here. At 1,250,000 is the bid. Be guided by you both from here. 250 the bid here, 260 if you want to come on. 260. 260 there. 270. 270 he says. 275. 275, I'll take 275. 85, 285. 290. 290, gotcha. At 1,290,000. 295 or better from here below. At 1,290,000 on my right hand side. First call now at 1,290,000. 1,300,000 the bid there. And 5,305. 305 the bid. Against you again. We're up the back there. 305 the bid. 305, 310 he says yes back. 310 now back. 315. Instructions J 1,315 is the bid. I'll give you a moment or so to decide. At 1,315,000. At 1,315,000. In a moment or two, 315's the bid. Open to any and all, still to bid from here. On the market and selling, as Jay says, at 315, the property below. Keys are here on the right hand side at 1,315,000 against you, sir, and up the back here as well if you wish at 350.
320.
320 now. At 1,325. 325. 325. At 1,325. Key swing back over here now at 325. The bid. At 1,325 is the bid, and we sell away from you, sir, about if there's no better bid. At 1,325,000. First time of the call now, 1,325, we sell away. Second call at 325. Third, final call, all finished and done.
330.
340. At 1,340. Strong bid's the way to go back. That's the bid. 340 is the bid there. At 1,340 now, over my right shoulder. They've got the kick. It's a discussion time for all parties, but at 340 they're buying if there's no better bid here. First call now, we sell here 1,340 against our two parties here and here.
50.
350. 360. Still good buying and good real estate, I'd suggest at 360 the bid here. 837 square metres of land, 360 is the bid. At 1,360 the bid now. back to 80 if you want. 375 the bid. At 1,375,000, we sell away.
380.
380. 85. 385. Could be just the two of you in it now. 385. At 1,385,000. Where do we go, Jay? At 1,385,000, we sell away.
90.
390. 395. Remington takes me to 1-4. Could be that round number that scares them off. I don't know. Everyone gets a bit worried about big round numbers. 1-4 do we say? I don't know, you've come to buy. 1.4. 1.4. And fine. He says 405. At 1,405,000 behind me here. At 1,405,000 the bid. Leave you a moment to decide, but at 1,405,000 we sell behind me here if there's no better bid. So what's your best bid, Jay? At 1,405,000. First time in the call now, we sell away 1,405,000 the bid. Second call now at 1,405,000.
415. 1.415.
420. At 1,420,000. At 1,420,000, still swings back in your favour there. At 1,420,000, the bid. At 1,420,000, I call again to sell behind me here if there's no better bid across the row. At 1,420,000 now for the first call.
25.
425. 430. 430. Why don't we just go to 450 and see if that changes the tone? 430 the bid. At 1,430,000 now, do we go to 450? What about that? At 430. 435. 440. At 1,440,000. 440 the bid. $440 is the current bid. 445. 445. 455. $10,000 rise now. 455. And 1,455,000. 55. Do we go 460 on a 5 rise? 455. Call 3 times, I have to sell back there. At 1,455,000 the bid.
460.
460. 470. At 1,470,000 the bid. Just the two of you in it. At 470 the bid. At 1,470,000 we sell away. First time in the call now, 1,470,000. You can make me lose my voice.
475.
475, 80, 480. 1,480,000 the bid. At 1,480,000. What about 1.5 and maybe that's scary. 1,480,000 the bid. At 1,480,000 the bid. First time in the call now, 1,480,000. Do I sell it back there? Second call. Third. Final call.
481.
181. 485.
86.
486. 90. 490. 490. At 1,490,000. Where do we go, Jay?
499.
1.5, we'll round it up. At 1,500,000 to bid.
What's the number?
1.5. At 1,500,000. Now I call 3 times. Do I sell back here? I'll need to know, Jay, in a second or so.
501.
501. 501. 505. At 1,505,000. At 1,505,000. Back here, we sell away again. I'll check in again over here. Are we done? Finished? Sure, you've been with me so long. Come on. 505. 100%. I'll check it again and I'll count it down. But at 1,505,000, we find our new buyer here. I call 3 times to sell. First time in the call down, 1,505,000, we sell away. Second call at 1,505,000. Third and final call, all finished and done. We sell away here. 100% out. Definitely. Definitely. You're not giving me that definite signal. Smiling too much. 505, are we sure? First call. Second call. Third.
506.
508. That number. 508. 510. At 1,508,000. We sell again. First time in the call now. At 508. Second call. Selling.
509.
509. 510. At 1,510,000. At 1,510,000. At 1,510,000. Here we go. 511. 513. 513. 1,513,000. At 1,513,000, do we round? First time in the call again. Do I sell there? At 1,513,000. 514. 515. Jay, you'll need to know now. First time in the call again. At 1,515,000. Second call. Universal signal.
Could be more.
Third, final call. 100% sure. I can sell it over there. At 1,515,000, I'm 100% sure. I just want to make sure I'm not sending one. 516. 517. And 1,517. Give you a moment while the cards pass enough to get there. At 1,517. Every time I come over to you, so I'm going to keep coming over. 517.
This one place.
You sure? Count it down 3 times, you've still got a moment to cut me off. But at 1,517,000, I'm about to call 3 times myself. Very patient over there, sir. We thank you for that. At 1,517,000 for the first call, second call, third, final call. All finished. Selling. Selling. Frozen.
And $500 more.
518. And 1,518. I know we can't let it go. We're still in the fight. 518. I'm going to count it down again 3 times. You're going to need to cut me off again. At 1,518,000. First call. Second call. Third. Final call.
500 more.
518 and a half. 519. 519, Jay. 519 and a half. 1,520,000. At 1,520,000. That's it? Sure. 520. Everybody wants to know. That's it. Again. At 1,520,000. The emphasis now is on Jay to find you a property. At 1,520,000, we sell away first call, second call, third and